Okay, London Zoom, Monday Zoom, Monday Zoom now. Today, broadcast from, what? What? Srila Sridhar Govinda Seva Ashram Limited, did you say? Oh, Limerick, not limited. We are limited, we are. All right. So anyway, I think many of you know we've been retreating. We retreated to a retreat. We had a 4-day retreat. We've just come to Limerick. And so today, our broadcast at least is from Limerick, and the devotees just finishing up gently early their arati to the picture. The deities now open. Yes, now open. But yes, I know, not the best lighting, but it's the worshipping the photograph of the deities of Navadip on the altar here. And it may look like a small temple room, but they have a big temple which is under construction just behind here. So, and that is exactly by the dedication and devotion of the devotees here themselves, feeling that necessity to have their own center. So, as in other places, they purchased, and also by the grace of the Lord, they purchased a very run-down house, and with their own energy, their own muscles, their own skill, they've made it into an ashram, and it's a developing ashram and an active ashram. All right, so just a gentle beginning. Now, everyone please select your language. We have English, Portuguese, and Russian. So in the interpretation option, please select your language. And we'll basically begin now, and we'll begin with Vandeham as we do, a mini Vandanam as we say. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitan Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So, one moment, I'm just going to be a movie director and move the devotees, ask the devotees to move inside the video. You can see the video. Please come close and come inside, because I can't move the camera around. Please, Rajalshta, for those of you who are speaking Russian, please. All right. So this week we've been given the theme of unity in diversity. And this is actually something which really is a necessity for us to understand if at all we want to go to Goloka Vrindavan. Because, in case you haven't read the Krishna books and heard so many leelas from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, either from the book or from the lotus mouth of our divine guardians, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, or Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, then Krishna, with his associates, has much diversity. There is much diversity in Goloka Vrindavan, and I have directly heard Srila Guru Maharaj say that we in this world must learn to live with others, because in Goloka Vrindavan they are living with many others. And we cannot have any tendency of fault-finding to others. We cannot have any tendency of thinking they are doing wrong, I am doing right, why isn't everything going according to my plan? There, the harmony is centered on the satisfaction of Krishna and the satisfaction of our immediate seniors, because there we also have our guardians. Therefore, there we also have our senior section, not only a particular guardian, but a senior section. And there is a variety of service, variety of moods, variety of everything. And we must be able to accommodate all of that without any hint of critical idea towards others who are there. So, as Srila Guru Maharaj said, here in this plane, we must learn to live with others. It's not that, oh, if I go there, then I will start to be well behaved and I won't, yes, I promise I won't criticize anybody when I go there. We have to put that promise into practice to show that really we are fit to go there. We're fit to be taken by the hand into that type of association. And you see both Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj saying that the qualities of, guess what, humility, tolerance, giving honor to others, and not wanting honor for ourselves is the necessity for us to be led into higher association. So, as much as we can put that into practice in reality, then we have a little hope that the Lord will lead us into the association of those others who are of a similar quality, those others who are serving the Lord without criticism, without any of the mean things of this world, instead only with the glory of others, the mood of assisting others, and if there's any shortcoming in anybody else, we will do our best, as Guru Maharaj said. Mad there in that upper world, they are mad to help others. Such intensity to help others. So if there's any shortcoming in any others, anything lacking, anything we can help with, we'll be mad to help them, and not mad to exploit them or mad to trample them down or anything else, which is the nature, some of the natures, unfortunately, of the material world. So we do have a couple of prepared excerpts, and they are in the regular URL for our translators, for Chaitanya Devidasi translating to Portuguese, for the dear devotees in Brazil, and wherever you may be speaking Portuguese, perhaps in Portugal too. Someone's here taking a quick look. And into Russian for so many who are in the, who are Russian speaking, who are not all living in Russia by any means, but living in Germany, Bali, India, Latvia, Lithuania, London, Ireland, Estonia, and around the world. So our translators, the regular URL, you have that, I think. Then I put a couple of quotes. There is a book, by the way, called Absolute Harmony. It's a small booklet. And just see the name. The name is Absolute Harmony. So that gives us a clue as to what is inside the book. And this is made up, it is not made up, it is compiled from talks of Srila Guru Maharaj on the theme of absolute harmony, which is that theme of unity in diversity. So first we'll start with Srila Guru Maharaj's words, and because always we want devotees to hear Srila Guru Maharaj's words and Srila Gurudev's words, and on this subject matter, then in the book Absolute Harmony, we're going to read an excerpt, or excerpt with English. Really, they don't pronounce the PT so much. Excerpt from there. So just setting it up. So, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha, Sri Radha Goswami Maharaj, who is here answering a question from a devotee. So it's not a long reading, but it is very substantial and helpful for everybody. And we need help. And especially when we know we've got to be able to be harmonious with everybody if we're going to have any opportunity to come to the upper world. If we are a clashing unit, we're going to have to stay somewhere where we can clash. And that happens to be this world. And of course, Kali Yuga is very perfect for that if we really want to clash. But Kali Yuga is also perfect for the grace of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay, I shall be quiet and Srila Guru Maharaj can speak in the sense of, okay, through my reading. So the disciple is asking to Guru Maharaj, my desire is to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's unity, to see full harmony. And then Srila Guru Maharaj replies, harmony presupposes independent, badly reading, sorry. Harmony presupposes independent thinking, but in consonance with the common plane. When a mother cooks food, one child may say, oh, this is bitter. Another may say, this is salty. And the other may say, this is sour. So, where there are many varieties, there must be the question of life. Variety shows that life is present. In diversity, there is polarity within unity. Otherwise, simple unity means jumbling everything together, a dead unity. These are Guru Maharaj's words. So I can repeat those two sentences. Variety shows that life is present. In diversity, there is polarity within unity. Otherwise, simple unity word, means jumbling everything together, a dead unity. Then, Srila Guru Maharaj saying, Vishnu does not represent just one feature, but infinite features which accommodate infinite possibilities. Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Murti, the emporium of all nectarian mellows, rasas. So different groups of his servitors have so many diverse elements. Even Radharani and Chandravali compete with each other. They each head separate camps, which fight in competition to satisfy him, Krishna. We have to understand how all this is possible. Mildly, with humility, we have to try to follow. Mildly, with humility, we have to try to follow. Then Srila Guru Maharaj is giving an example to help us. Of course, he's always helping us and often giving examples to try to draw our experience here to accommodate the ideas that he's presenting. So now Srila Guru Maharaj giving an example. He says, in the parliament, there is an opposition party, but it is there to enhance the work of the main party. In this way, the direct and the indirect combine in order to make the government complete. And if that principle is applied everywhere, it is not difficult to understand the nature of difference. We are not to try to create another world, but to understand what already exists. And Srila Guru Maharaj, different occasions, has given this explanation, and with a little different emphasis, that in this world, in this present time in this world, generally we try to create our own world. We should change this, we should change that, we should make it run how I want it to run. But the world is perfect according to nature, but the perfect world exists. And we have to adjust to that, not to change the world, but to change our view of the world. Anyhow, I'll read exactly as Srila Guru Maharaj has presented it here. Guru Maharaj is saying, we are not to try to create another world, but to understand what already exists. Why is it so? What is the underlying meaning behind it? What are the differences between Krishna and Balaram? Balaram sometimes sides with Duryodhana, and Krishna sides with the Pandavas. Yet Krishna and Balaram are almost one and the same. So this, of course, is from the Leela, the pastimes of the Mahabharata. Then Srila Guru Maharaj says, so how are we to understand that? What is your answer? Do you think it is all bogus? Guru Maharaj, very classic. We can practically see his expression as he's talking to the devotee, replying to the devotee. So how are his Guru Maharaj is saying to the devotee, so how are we to understand that? What is your answer? Do you think it is all bogus? Then the disciple saying, I can simply say, I came to the Gaudiya Mat for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift of love. And then Srila Guru Maharaj says, yes, this is true. And love means that there is classification amongst brothers. Rupa Goswami gave the explanation. Quote, Aher iva gati premnaha svabhava kutila bhavet. And then Guru Maharaj's own words, that is, just as a serpent moves in a crooked way, so similarly is the nature of love's progress. The nature of affection is not straightforward because it has to accommodate everything in it. Everything possible in existence is accommodated in love. Everything possible in existence is accommodated in love. Love means sacrifice to such a high degree that it can embrace everything. The movement of love is generally crooked. And for the satisfaction of Krishna, it has been designed in this way by the Lord's divine power, Yoga Maya, in order to prevent any staleness or sterility from entering the pastimes. So try to adjust to this. Don't be eager to create another world. That is Srila Guru Maharaj. So clean, so straightforward, so vivid thinking and vivid distribution of that thought to the devotee, to the disciple. And there you see Srila Guru Maharaj interacting with the devotees. And so many times we see Guru Maharaj giving an answer to a devotee and then asking the devotee, seriously asking the devotee, do you understand? Do you understand? And sometimes there's some hesitation. And Guru Maharaj, even with no hesitation, he picks up on whether somebody understands or not. And then often he will give another example or try in another way to express the thought. But Srila Guru Maharaj is not looking through fog. Srila Guru Maharaj is seeing everything clearly. Srila Gurudev is seeing everything clearly. It is us who are in the fog, and we are trying to be guided out of that hazy vision of what is reality, the hazy vision of how to adjust, the hazy idea of the perfect life also, so many things, because we are within Tamagun, Rajagun, Sattvagun, in whatever mixture and combination. And Srila Guru Maharaj does give that example that as much as we are covered by these three modes of nature, yes, even the mode of goodness, then we are looking through a fog, where it's like a fog. I mean, again, it's an example, but we don't see things clearly. And one devotee recently expressed that when they came to Guru Maharaj, heard from Guru Maharaj, then they said that innately, intrinsically from the heart, they knew everything Guru Maharaj was saying is true. There was no question about questioning, is it true or not, or my idea is this or that. And that struck me when the devotee mentioned that point, because it is just naturally true. It's naturally, here we are hearing from somebody who sees clearly, who knows everything. And from that land of Krishna, the land of Mahaprabhu, coming to distribute that mercy of that land to us, trying to wake up our eyes. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. And this theme of unity in diversity, we have heard so much directly from Guru Maharaj, directly from Gurudev, because disturbances between devotees, between devotee groups, devotee leaders, devotee societies, temples, then these keep coming in waves, coming up around the world, and waves tend to repeat one after the other, don't they? In the sea, you get a wave and then another wave. And we've seen it from the time of after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, after Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance, and after the experience that they have, that Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev have shared from so many temples where they've seen what has happened within the societies of different temples. Then we have seen so many things, we've heard so many things, and we've heard directly from Guru Maharaj and directly from Srila Gurudev about the harmonizing principle of how to harmonize the different families, the different conceptions, the different all this, that, and the other. And we should learn from what they have said. What they said isn't only for 1982, isn't only for 1989, it isn't only for those times, it is forever. And so we must take this to heart. So it is the chosen title today was Unity in Diversity. And throughout those discussions, it also came up that Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he arranged a GBC meeting, which is at the governing body. He tried to make like a parliament, as we heard just now, for the running of his mission, which became very big, very fast. And that GBC meeting is an annual meeting in Mayapur, Navadip, India. And we heard from those who were with Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada making that meeting, that his direction for how the meeting will be held is the main theme will be unity in diversity. And that's perhaps where today's title came from, for that theme of unity in diversity among all the different natures of the different devotees, different leaders, different temples, as it may be. So it is an important theme. And when we can adjust in that world of unity in the diversity, accepting many things which are so diverse, then we have a little hope that the Lord may be pleased. pleased enough to bring us into the association of others who are just happy to be with diverse devotees, diverse members of different families, but with that one common link. We are here to serve the Lord and here to make the Lord and his devotees happy, and not be caught thinking only my angle of vision, only my taste in spiritual life, that only that is the way to go. There is infinite diversity and many things we can draw from what we just read from Guru Maharaj. And he did say that infinite possibility, but now I can't maybe find it in the reading. Oh yes, Vishnu, so Vishnu, Krishna, God, Vishnu is God, does not represent just one feature, but infinite features which accommodate infinite possibilities. So this isn't just about, temple to temple or leader to leader. And there were originally in Srila Prabhupada's mission like 11 leaders, and many differences came up. And then since then we've seen in different temples, so many leadership things. But it's not about just the leaders. This is about everybody, us, individuals. We've all got different tastes of salty, sweet, sour, so many things, how we perceive things. But everything is accommodated. Finally, the answer is by love, love of God. With love of God, we get love for each other. So anyway, Guru Maharaj is giving some strong examples of the Krishna and Balaram. Balaram sometimes sides with Duryodhana, and Krishna sides with the Pandavas. So what is it? That one of them is not. So now the Balaram is not Krishna conscious. He's been ousted from the Krishna conscious. Wonder about that one. Yet Krishna and Balaram are almost one and the same. So how are we to understand that? What is your answer? Do you think it is all bogus? Hare Krishna. Anyway, I do have another quotation, and I would love to read it, but there is another point. There is the book, because this next quotation that I selected, it is from the same book, Absolute Harmony, with that title. And it's the chapter, by the way. I mean, maybe I'll read a bit now. We'll see what if anyone's got any question or something. But the chapter of the title of the chapter that I have is The Cure for Madness. So it's kind of a good chapter. And Srila Guru Maharaj elsewhere, not in this excerpt, I don't believe, but Srila Guru Maharaj elsewhere says, and what is madness? If there is madness, there is sanity, there is sane person. But who is sane? What is the quality? What's the judge of sanity? Where is that judge? Where is that quality of, like, perfect madness? Okay. But perfect sanity. And Srila Guru Maharaj explains, the only really sane persons are the pure Vaishnavas. A pure Vaishnava is purely sane, purely sensible, because they see everything clearly in the light of Krishna, the light of service to the Lord. So madness, the cure for madness, seeing as we probably all accept we are not exactly pure devotees, then we are to some degree or another mad. We may have some little view of the target of pure Vaishnavism and hence pure sanity. But for all of us, it's a good idea to get a cure for our madness. And it is a wonderful chapter, by the way. But we have lots of devotees with us. We do have lots of devotees with us. And I also have lots, some next door. Where are the others? There are other devotees, and not only who you can see and who you can't see. Are you deliberately visible? If you are, I won't tell who's here, but if It looks like they're all hiding. But anyway, we've got devotees here. We've got devotees in Vila Govinda, a whole ashram full of devotees gathered in front of the camera. And a whole ashram of devotees gathered in London. Look and see. And a whole ashram of devotees, well, with the cameras. Oh, look, Vila Govinda is panning around the room. Thank you, Madhurananda Prabhu, for moving the camera. I know he's the hidden camera. Oh, he's not the hidden cameraman. I'm not sure who I'm thanking then. We'll have to do who is missing. But you got lots of devotees there. Oh, it's Leela Moy Prabhu's long arm. His long arm was moving. His other long arm was moving it, right? Okay, anyway, dear devotees, we are all here looking through all your names in the thumbnail view, and a few of you are brave to show your live pictures, and the rest of you have got wonderful, and all of you got wonderful names, but the rest of you, we can see your wonderful names. Jai. And as I try not to do is to mention too many names, because if I miss any out, oh dear. But all of you, we're very happy to have you with us. And our translator, by the way, Hari Gopal Prabhu, I fully watched the next videos in the series of how to play the mridanga. And so if anybody wants to learn how to play the mridanga, Hari Gopal Prabhu is a very patient mridanga teacher. And by special request of the devotees, he made video for learn how to play the mridanga. And he gave like the introductory ones, and now he's made the follow-up video. And even if you don't have any sense of rhythm or ever want to play the mridanga, I thought, I didn't reply him yet because I just got the opportunity to see the whole videos, but I thought, if ever I feel down and sad, I'm going to play this second stage in playing the mridanga video, because it makes everybody happy, whether you're musical or not. So anyway, Hari Gopal Prabhu, well done that you thought about it, you produced it, and for our mridanga playing section, it's class number 2. So we should probably make that available in some place, somehow, sometime, but not today, because today we're talking about unity in harmony. And in fact, talking about mridangas, I believe, because, when we try to find, when we research a little bit, when we've been given a topic, then we do tend to get lost in our research, because we start reading something and then we just go down that channel. And looking through from Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, looking through their talks, etc., then today also there is one section of Guru Maharaj giving the analogy about music. And then music, when there's a conductor, you've got a bassoon, you've got this, you've got all these different instruments that can make all kinds of noises. But when it's all in unity, when it's got some direction behind it, when it's not just randomly, everyone wants to play, I want to play my bassoon very loud, I've got this tune, somebody else wants to, play their thing very loud, do that. Then obviously, I think the English word is, it will be a cacophony. Yes. Is that Irish also? Cacophony. Could be. Okay. Anyway, we're in Ireland. I've got to check. But it's cacophony. Might just, obviously, if everyone plays it, it'll be crazy. Anyway, it could be in the other excerpt. But I could give the microphone to somebody in Vila Govinda. And I just have to make the screen bigger so I can see who is actually there. Yes. So, Shanti Moy Devinasi. Why I'm asking you, because I was actually thinking, running an ashram, there are so many personalities. and so many people with different strengths, etc. And so you are one of the pillars of the ashram, and I was just thought we should ask too, you, a pillar standing, well, sitting there in the ashram, just to ask you, please, to share something of how you harmoniously make the ashram run so smoothly.
Well, first of all, Dandavat. So happy to see you all there with the devotees and all the devotees online. And already devotees here have gathered for the festival. So you've seen Banav is here, first one to arrive for the festival, and she already drawn Anindita Jayashekar. They couldn't resist to come back since the weekend. And well, Maharaj, teamwork, obviously. I mean, when you say how you mean we run, and yes, I think it's actually an ongoing. This is what we do. This is why we place ourselves here. It's, as much difficult as it is, basically every moment of our practice, we understand why we place ourselves here, and there is actually our practice is what we're trying to. It's our practice, and we're trying to do this in order to develop humility, tolerance, and giving honor. The only way to actually develop that is trying to always remembering that and applying it. And this, I mean, we have heard Gurudev saying, all of us, we know, like endlessly, constantly. It's like the first things you hear when you joined Gurudev family, and non-stop, and we keep reading it. Gurudev, I mean, as Maharaj was saying, let's hear Gurudev talking. So we also hear Gurudev talking every day, and it's say without. And then again, yesterday we were on Harinam, and the morning before going on Harinam, Gurudev was telling us how to perform Harinam Sankirtana. It has to be in the mood. We can only do it in the mood of humility, tolerance, and giving honor. So there's like those three precepts. Precepts. Thank you. Of Mahaprabhu. Like we cannot achieve anything. We cannot move forward if we don't. And as Maharaj would say, that only way is actually really, to rub. We've been together, association, and then our ego is suffering, keep suffering. But we know we have to get through it. There's no other way. I mean, you could just run away, but that's it. No result. So, and then an ongoing question, like over and over, we keep actually questioning ourselves throughout the day, or whatever. And the devotee is always asking, how do we harmonize? How do we harmonize living, different personalities, etc., etc. And again, Guru Maharaj say we can only harmonize. It all comes from within we can only adjust ourselves, our vision, as Maharaj was saying. There's not finding fault, even though this is our tendency. This is why all of those things I'm saying repeatedly, because that's our tendency between us. So it's like I've seen the faults, so therefore, I feel what I feel. Therefore, it's difficult, and my ego get hurt. I don't know, distressed, etc., etc. So yeah, we really just have to get in the fire, carry on. We have the affection of our guardians. We have their direction. We can always repeatedly. They're talking to us repeatedly, constantly. And Maharaj, the saint, giving us so much affection. And we also, again, they're teaching us by example. So we see how they apply those precepts. We see them, apply them, and we see it's possible, and it's true, therefore it's true, and we know, we pray by their mercy that one day we will be fully able to do that, and that's, that would be like the starting point of, a true spiritual, ascending. I don't know, I think nothing new, but
beautifully expressed, and from the practical place, which is a running ashram. Now,
yes, but back to that. No, sorry, Maharaj. No,
no.
sorry. Back to that. Obviously, teamwork. So it's difficult, but this is why it's a teamwork. We actually work on ourselves, like being a team. We're trying to run the ashram, but we're working on ourselves, and so it's like a joint effort. So we're trying to offer, we're offering this to you, Gurudev, we're offering the ashram, we're trying, but they don't need anything from us. It's for us. It's for our own benefit that we're doing what we're doing, because really. And then again, so merciful that they do accept our attempt, they honor, so like they place their feet, their holy feet, and then it becomes a holy dam. So like benefit after benefit, mercy and more mercy, and we can, all we have to do is try. So I think we should try.
Beautifully expressed.
So kind.
And I know you're speaking on behalf of all of the pillars.
And Sundar is interesting when, it's all connected. Sundar just now, our Sundar in America, he just before we started sent a photo of our altar, that the very first day when we enter, full in the dust, and it was a picture of Gurudev. This was a fireplace, this here, the altar. So he just sent it there. So, it throw back memories, and now you ask him, it's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, we can say at home, Sundar, we can say we have gone a long way. Look now, who's here? So you can show. Look who manifested.
We can see. Yes.
I could. So okay.
She's just going to get the phone.
Well, there's not much to see.
You can hold it right up to the camera.
I promise we made it better very, very quickly after this photo. Okay, but I'm taking up too much time.
No, good. Put it up really close.
Oh, insomma, non la trovo. Oh,
go all the way.
Where am I? No, can't see.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, yes, go closer. Go closer.
Okay. Go right in. Look here.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. On the fireplace. And is that Srila Guru Maharaj just to his right?
Yes.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai and Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai. The beginning of
Yes, very beginning. Still on? Yes. Come si dice la colonizzazione? Okay.
So actually, we are with you from Limerick, and right here, I don't know how we can do, but right here, oh, the wire came out. Where's the fireplace?
That's
you see, Soumya Shampoo was pointing to the fireplace, and the last time I was here, and where this has begun from, was pictures of the deities on top of the fireplace, which is underneath.
Yeah.
And this time, you see the curtains at the end here now.
Exactly.
Now they've made arrangements, so the altar has moved to the end of the room there. Yes. And that is a stepping stone to the other side of the wall just here, where with the planning permission from the council and everything, they're making and already made the walls and the roof of a dedicated temple room. So step by step here, growing from a fireplace, into a temple.
Jai, very auspicious indeed. Jai Judai Seva. Yeah, and yeah, it was always reminding me wherever the kind Prabhus were sending me photos, they always were throwing back memories. And then when you first opened the Zoom, I was seeing the curtains, and so it was, yeah, memories.
And well done, you saw Soumya Shan Prabhu just now, and the team Vijayanand Prabhu. Where's it?
He's here now.
Huh?
He's moving around.
Dandavad,
He's
Dandavad.
moving around. Okay, he's here. Sorry, because I'm looking backwards. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, but Krishna does. He can see everything. And the team of devotees who are here, like you said, teamwork. Who are lifting their hands. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
And Lavanya Moy Devidasi in London is with us, and Lavanya Moy Devidasi in Latvia is with us. In London, Lavanya Moy and Gadadha Pandit Prabhu, and we can only see the thumbnail. Gopal. Gopal. Dandavat, Dandavat. So we heard from a pillar of Vila Govinda Ashram. Can we hear from a pillar of the London mat? That's you, Lavanya Moy Devidasi, who is now behind the camera. I'm moving the screen, trying to move the camera, but I can't do that, can I? Because you're in London. Lavanya Moy Devi, would you like to say something? To share the secret of harmony?
I can see you.
Huh?
I can see you.
We can't hear anything. I can see your lips move, but I only know, for deaf people, I only know Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So any deaf people are listening today, that's the best I can do.
Can you hear us, Maharaj?
Now we can hear you loud and clear. Lavanya Moidiri, practical tips for practical harmony in diversity.
I don't know that. Just keep your mouth shut, basically.
Good advice.
What do I know? Yeah, I mean, it's all very advanced stuff, but I mean, everyone lives with someone somewhere, unless you become a hermit. And like Gurudev said, Guru Maharaj said, the families, they tolerate so much abuse, they give each other, and, you know, being rude to each other and everything. And, you know, that's like a family thing, and no one runs away from that. And, well, some people do, but, you know, you stick together, isn't it? And we've been given this family, devotional family environment that we didn't even know existed. And so that's amazing. I mean, you have, I don't know, stamp collectors, all different groups, they all stick together, isn't it? And, you know, people are into different things. So we have to keep strengths on each other. And yeah, we're going to fail like a lot, because we come with a rough nature, isn't it? From, well, I mean myself, the rough nature from the material world. So, and it's going to be, you know, embarrassing and humiliating, because you're just going to get it wrong really a lot. But it's okay, because the devotees are very forgiving and kind, and we all understand we're in the same boat. So it's sweet, really, isn't it? The Gurudev's, it's really Gurudev's shelter. I don't really know anything else, but
Jai, but Diri, it all sounds very hearty and practical. And that example, actually, that's a good reminder of Gurudev saying about that. The families, they're all fighting. I mean, maybe not fighting, but they have disagreements with each other, but that's no grounds, you know, for just, okay, I'm going to leave the family. I'm going to leave my children, or the children are going to just walk out of home. 9-year-old kid No, I want it my way. I'm leaving, going to get a job. Anyway, what I think I'll do, it is an important subject matter, and we do have this other excerpt, and I'll read a little bit from there, and after getting like practical feedback from the devotees who are living the life of harmonizing, and temple life, ashram life really does give us a bit of a crash course in harmony, doesn't it? Because we're living closely with others all the while, and that is family life. And actually, Indian family life, we've seen in India, not only India, actually, I've seen in other places, in Africa too, where you get many people, like a whole family, living in a very small area, and you got like the four brothers are all sharing one small room, things like this. So, we can learn everywhere how to be humble, tolerant, and give honor. So I am going to take the opportunity, because we can, to read some more from Srila Guru Maharaj, and it's from the same book, Absolute Harmony. So ignorance, this is Guru Maharaj. So let's see, maybe just short, maybe little long, not very long, but here we are. Ignorance is not accidental. It is earned by our previous action. Man is the architect of his own fortune. I mean, even if we only read that one line, we sort of got a lot to think about, don't we? Ignorance is not accidental. It is earned by our previous action. Man is the architect of his own fortune. The bad weather I am meeting with at present has been earned by myself. Don't complain against the environment. Use it as best you can and try to see the grace of the Absolute therein. The anomaly I am facing at this present time is the product of my own action. No one else is to blame. Not only is that true, but from another viewpoint, it can also be seen that the grace of the Lord is always present everywhere, eager to help me, coming in the guise of an apparently unfavorable environment according to the vision of my present experience. That is the necessary medicine for my disease, the medicine to cure my madness. It is like medicine dispensed by the Lord. He is everywhere with his sympathetic hand extended to us in the circumstances of most intense danger. To have this attitude is to have the key, the solution that solves our unfavorable circumstances, our unfavorable position. The Lord is not vindictive. He does not want to punish us. Punishment has come only to teach us. The punishment is there, but coming from the affectionate hand to teach us, to improve us, to help us. We have to see all dangers like that. So, set yourself right, not others, and real peace you will find. And never try to enjoy the result of your actions. This is the key to a successful life, and happiness will flow from that. You will find the infinite, with a capital I, is your friend. Everything is a part and parcel of the original. Therefore, God is manifested in everything. And it is not that we can sacrifice or negate everything and only God remains. Otherwise, why are we here? Our individuality and existence is real. So both sides must have some recognition. Harmony between them is truth proper. This is the conception of Mahaprabhu. And in case you didn't know, we are following Mahaprabhu. So this is his conception. There is polarity and also there is unity and harmony. And that is all important. Dislocation is unhealthy. Proper adjustment is necessary. Maya, misconception, means dislocation. Provincial, local interests are clashing with each other as well as with the absolute. But proper adjustment comes through achieving understanding of the absolute. Such understanding brings true harmony. All these things should be discussed and understood. Now, this does continue. Hare Krishna. Oh yes, so this a little later on, the thing is, oh no, we can, okay, we may run 3 minutes over time. That's quite possible. But there is a question, and it's not a lot, just a little bit more. So then Guru Maharaj said, so all these things should be discussed and understood. Then the disciple asks, how can we practically understand and apply the principle of harmony? Practical, this is what we are discussing just now. And Srila Guru Maharaj says, or then Srila Guru Maharaj says to the devotee, ask the devotee, in your conception, what does harmony mean? Then the devotee answers, I understand that strictly speaking, harmony is a musical term referring to different musical tones which are in balance with each other. So there we are, we're coming to this music. Then Srila Guru Maharaj says, in a choir or an orchestra, many instruments are being played or many singers are singing. So the variety will be a credit to the harmony. Different types of instruments are being played, but there must be harmony there. And the highest harmony depends upon how the many different instruments are being played in tune. Hundreds of different instruments are playing, preparing the music. Yet they must all be attuned to the conductor. So sacrifice, dedication in its highest degree, will be of such a nature that it can accommodate and tolerate all differences. Therefore, by toleration, harmony will increase. Therefore, by toleration, harmony will increase. The highest type of harmony can tolerate any type of opposition. It is all accommodating. In this way, the highest conception of dedication means there is the accommodation of an infinitely number of variety within it, and its sweetness will increase more and more. So, a little bit. So there are different instruments making different tunes from different strata of sound, but they are all tuned to one. Plurality is connected to one center and is giving some sweet, soothing feeling of sentiment of heart. Similarly, we can see that the earth and all the planets are each moving in their individual ways, but are connected to another force. The moon is moving around the earth, and there are so many planets moving in relation to other planets, which in turn are moving in their own way, but all are moving around the sun. Variety meets unity in different planes, I think should be, maybe a typo in this version. Variety means unity in different planes of movement. That is harmony. This applies everywhere, including the plane of color and the plane of sound. Many branches meet together in the trunk of, then full stop. Many branches meet together in the trunk of a tree. The trunk harmonizes the many leaves. Oh yes, we are actually very short, one short paragraph. The disciple then asks, is the absolute sense, in the absolute sense, does discord bring harmony? Now there's a question. And Srila Guru Maharaj replies, in the highest absolute, there is room to accommodate everything. Otherwise, it cannot be absolute. If we consider something to be absolute, but can still find something to be outside of that, then it cannot be absolute. The absolute accommodates everything. In him, the enemy is not an enemy. The center is everywhere. There is no circumference. In that plane, only God can be traced everywhere, and he cannot be our enemy. And earlier, or in the previous quote that we mentioned, love, Srila Guru Maharaj mentioned, love means sacrifice to such a degree. Yes, love means sacrifice to such a degree that it can embrace everything. So all this is going to the plane of love. Love, affectionate, sweetness, beauty, all these things. Hare Krishna and Krishna Nandini Devi Rasi. We are nearby. We're here in the Limerick ashram. If you can, we look forward to seeing you in these coming days. We're having a special festival tomorrow. It's called the Tuesday Festival in the series of every festival. Oh no, every day is a festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati. All right, so dear devotees, we have kind of run a little bit over time, but we're happy to be with you all. And again, we're going through witnesses all around. We're going through seeing your videos when you've got your cameras turned on and seeing your names, and very happily in association of each and every one of you from various corners of the world. Oops, and some chats in the chat box. Oh, Krishna Nandini, she sent me I didn't know you sent me a welcome, but there we are. Welcome to Limerick. See you tomorrow. Oh, she's coming tomorrow. There you are. You answered my question before I answered it. Beautiful. And Lilavati Didi. Oh, she's written in Russian. Lilavati Didi. I think I'll have to save your question, and we maybe can begin with this on the next Monday Zoom, because I have no idea what it is. It's all in Russian. But our time has slipped by for today. But I'm happy you've put something here in the chat box, and we're very happy to continue. Actually, we're happy to continue on the theme. We'll find out what you said. Get it translated for next time, but I want to make sure I can copy it out. No, I can't. Why can't I copy? In Zoom. Zoom is has its own particular personality. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't let me copy. Maybe can I humbly ask to Hari Gopal Prabhu, who's looking after the Russian, can you please copy this, everything that Leelapati is given, and you can send to me. And if you can't copy it, if you can photographically memorize it, that will be very helpful. Okay, dear devotees, the time is up, and we are running here with guests and devotees, so we also need to continue, but you also need to continue your lives. And now we all have got a little fuel to help us in the theme of unity in diversity, why it is so important, and some very clear clues for us how to make our lives successful in such a path. Srila Guru Maharaj gave us 2 keys to life's success. All right, so with your permission, we need to continue. And if you're not giving your permission, we do have a prayer that please don't give too big a reaction for us leaving without your permission. So, dear devotees, all glories to Srila Gurudev, glorious Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. All glories to glorious Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock, Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. All glorious to glorious Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. All glories to Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. All glories to all glorious Vishvarenya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Sri Rupanuga Guru Vaga Ki Jai. And all glories to all the Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. And all glories to all the wonderful devotees present here, and all glories to Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda, unlimited devotees everywhere. Ki Jai. Shri Hari Nama Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gora Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. With much appreciation to each and every one of you. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavi. And Hari Gopal, leaving it to the floor. My goodness. Okay, each one of you, everywhere, my Dandavat Pranam, our Dandavat Pranam, and we could have been with you another 2 hours, I'm sure, to be with each of you and to be with each of the devotees here. But you're all good people, and they're also all good people too. So we've all come together in the Good People's Association. The Good People's Association. Oh, there we are. Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. Hari Hari. Govinda Govinda. Okay, we gotta go.
Yeah.